Today I feel like going into more of a political talk. To American or foreign viewers my talk may be hard to decipher, as I shall be talking about the British election system, which is quite different to that of the United States or European ones. The British election system has boasted of bringing in governments with majorities, clear majorities, and the lack of coalitions. Although as I say this, a coalition of two parties, the Conservatives and Liberal Democrats, are already in government together, and there is a question of whether they may fight the next general election united, thus bringing the UK election system to a two-party state instead of a multi-system we have today. So what am I going to be talking about? Today I'm going to be putting forward the case for proportional representation in the United Kingdom. Today, the UK uses first past the post, which ensures that MPs or candidates for each constituency achieve the largest amount of vote to secure their seat. It's an excellent system for local politicians, but has boasted some rather unfair results over the past general elections. The Labour Party would never have won their landslide victory in 1997 if under proportional representation. Instead, they would have been a hung parliament. Obviously, the Labour Party would be the largest party, but still a hung parliament. So, why would I want to put forward the case for proportional representation? The lack of representation, the word, wasted votes, come into play here, with sometimes a minority deciding the election. An example for that is the UK election 2005, with over 50% of the voters backing candidates that did not succeed. In the same election, the Labour Party gained 36% of the vote, but gained 56% of the seat. 20% difference. The Conservative Party was reduced to getting less than it deserved by a few percent, and the Liberal Democrats, I won't go there. Since 1997, minor British political parties have become more popular with the British voters. They have been voting for them more often. Opinion polling in the first half of 2011 show the parties in the other section being more popular than the Liberal Democrats. The Lib Dems, being on around 20% in the 2010 general election result, are now, according to polls, on the lowest, 8%, and the highest, 12%. Clearly, the Liberal Democrats are falling in support. This may be, however, that they are in coalition with the Tories, and perhaps the British people see a little reason in that party. The fact is now that the smaller political parties are gaining in support and could cause quite a stir in future elections. The Green Party, who has been quite successful in the recent local elections, are in the way, with the same being said for the UK Independence Party, being the fourth largest political party in the United Kingdom by terms of popular vote. The UKIP is the 10% the size of the Tories, but without a single seat. The Scottish Nationalists, Democratic Unionists, Greens and a few others do have MPs, but by a far lower popular vote than UKIP. The Scottish Nationalists at 6 MPs, but 300,000 votes below UKIP's. UKIP should be having more seats. UKIP should have, I guess, around 20 MPs, but that's not the case under first past the post. Where is their direct democracy, and where is the representation in all of that? Parties are either underrepresented or overrepresented. Downright unfair, but it's ensuring the UK has majority governments. Such majority governments have been under first past the post, they have been quite good benefit, carrying out the policies they were voted for, making the British economy grow faster or slower or just fail, and fight wars with the backing of their parties. And they don't need to worry about breaking a coalition, although today, under the Conservative and Liberal Democrat coalition, that has been quite a realistic problem. Governments in the first past the post have also come to power even with the second most popular vote. How unfair. This has happened in the 1974 February election, with the Tories being more popular than the Labour Party, but with the latter party, the Conservatives, the Labour had more seats than the Tories, but had less support than the Tories. Unfair and unright? I think so. The case for proportional representation seems more needy than ever. Forget the alternative vote. That's not right. That's a stupid system. PR is the best way to go. It means one vote for one person, and every single vote counts. That means everybody's voice, opinion, and so on, regardless of how racist or extremist or whatever it is, are heard in the UK government. Democratic? I do think so. Hung parliaments are blatantly going to be more frequent, but that's the cost of proper representation. There is also the issue regarding MPs to represent areas. We already have seen the use of PR in the UK with the European elections. There are about, say, 6 Euro MPs for the whole of the Southwest region. That's like Cornwall, Devon, etc. 6 MPs represent 4 million people. Not really direct, but it sure represents what the people want. Now imagine 55 MPs to represent that area, and you can see how direct it can be. If PR is introduced into the UK, it may need a bit of fiddling. For example, there should be a few MPs representing counties in the UK instead of regions the European Union does. For example, in the county of Buckinghamshire, I guess about 4 seats to be taken, 4 or 3 seats to be taken, but under a PR system. This can ensure that people's voice are heard in that area and across the entire country. Fair? Yes, I think so. Share your views regarding proportional representation in the comment bar below, or send me a message. I'm here to encourage debate or to encourage you to hate me. Whatever you think, thank you for listening.